It's coming.
Is it coming?
My lanolin kind of separated though.
What?
My lanolin kind of separated though. It's really nice.
I don't know what that means.
This stuff, lanolin, it's animal fat is all it is.
Oh, mink oil?
It's not oil of mink, it is just lanolin. It's like sheep fat.
Tallow, I guess.
Put a little sheep fat in your hand and spur one.
Oh God, that's too much sheep fat.
Why did you do that?
Use it for chapstick.
Why
Put it on your lip. Put it on your mustache.
Why did you do that?
You did.
It's just,
It's just sheep fat.
yeah, it's tallow. Sheep tallow.
It's lanolin.
Same thing.
It's kind of a common misconception that rodeo athletes are just kind of wild, crazy people that hang on to the side of animals. After doing it for 26 years, I get surprised every day at how much they really put into their craft. So I'm going to do a series of videos that shows the equipment and some of the techniques that go into performing in each discipline in rodeo. I'll start out with the bareback riding. All right, Cody Lamb, you got your gear out. It's wet, right? I heard you guys say it was wet in that box that you guys carried in.
Oh, Warren's got a lot more wet than mine did. Mine stayed pretty dry, which is lucky for me, not so lucky for him. But yeah, just mostly checking out. These riggins are made with rawhide handles, so they can fluctuate a little bit with temperature and humidity. So kind of just got to check them every time you ride. You might need to make them a little tighter or a little looser, kind of depending on the weather. It was really hot in Deadwood the other day, so everything kind of expanded a little bit. A little cooler here in Sydney, so yeah, just making sure everything's gonna be ready to ride tomorrow, so I don't have to mess with it tomorrow.
Can you just walk me through everything? Like maybe start with the rig and tell me the parts, the names of it. I want this video to be for people that may have never seen it or want to learn something.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, this is a Barstow bareback rigging. The style of rigging I ride, it's printed under here. It's an Oki high lift. Means it's just got a little bit longer body than some of the other riggings that guys ride. Sits up a little bit higher, but I'm a pretty tall guy, so I need a little bit more space.
You got your cinch down here, right?
Yeah.
It's just one, like on a saddle, there's a back cinch. I know that's
Yeah, just your
elementary
cinch.
stuff,
Your, those are about 8-foot latigos. It's pretty close to what everybody rides. Good pad here to keep the rigging up off the horse.
Do you have to change these pads out, the pads you have on the sides of it and on the up under your handle often?
Yeah, usually a pad will get you through a rigging, maybe a bit longer. Actually, I would say we ride these riggings not quite as long as we used to. A pad will probably get you through 2 or 3 riggings actually. Same with this one, just kind of depends. It's kind of a comfort thing. When things start breaking down, you just replace them. Stay on top of your gear as much as you can, because it's how we make our money. So yeah.
And you guys take all this apart with all these bolts often, and what adjustments would you make there?
So if I pull this pad off here, kind of if you look underneath, I've got these yellow. These are just made out of a piece of plastic. Call them shims, or they're basically just a spacer. So if I need to make my rigging a little bit looser, I'll loosen these 2 bolts here, lift it up, slide a spacer, and that just gives me a little bit more room between here. Under this piece of leather is just steel stick epoxy that I form, put it on an angle so that my hand stays wedged in there without it having to be too tight. It's the kind of thing with bareback riding anymore. Our hands aren't really that tight in there, but just the way the gloves are set up and the way the rigging's set up, everything's locked in there, so it really can't come out unless you get your elbow down. If you look on my glove here, got these pieces of leather. There's a big one here, 2 on the back of each finger, and then 1 up at the front. I ride 4. Some guys only ride maybe 1 or 2. I think that's Warren might be 1, 2, 3. But yeah, those are just basically so our hand doesn't have to be so tight in there that we can't get it out no matter what happens. It's a little bit safer. Hands come out a lot easier if a guy gets hung up or whatever. He just needs to get off. It's a lot easier to get your hand out than it used to be in, say, the 70s or the 80s. When guys were really tied in there and their hands were just super tight in there. So those are just some of the improvements that have happened in the sport over the last 20 or 30 years, I would say.
So you're getting your hand in your rigging right now, and what are you putting on yours? I saw a chemical.
Well, I put this is some barge, quick steel, or not quick steel, sorry.
Contact cement.
Some contact cement that put on put on my bra here over, we call this our tit. This is the bra for it. Just kind of keep this from stretching out. My stuff got a little bit wet. Actually, my glove got really wet the other day, so part of it is kind of coming apart, so we're just kind of gluing things back together and hopefully getting it back to feeling it did before this whole fiasco kind of happened. So
How long does it take you guys to get your glove right? I see all these notches cut in it and seams sewn in them and all that.
how long does it take? I mean,
Well, I'll be honest with you, Matt. I'm not a leather worker, so I don't do them. I'll pay one of my friends or guys that are good at setting up gloves. I mean, the glove's probably the most important piece other than the rigging. If your glove isn't right, you can't ride. So it's worth the money to me to get somebody that knows what they're doing and to do it right. I'll set the rigging up on my own, but I'm not sure what a glove takes. Probably all in 6 to 8 hours, something like that, to get one glove done. So guys will do a bunch at a time, and that gets it a little bit faster. If you do 3 or 4 at once, you can get them done.
So would your glove be the same as everybody else's?
Be a little bit different. Oren and I are obviously left and right-handed, so that doesn't help in the rig. We can't borrow stuff that way, but they're all fairly close. There'll be some minor customizations that you'll be different per guy, but
yeah, and the different shades of different color of leather definitely has a different feel to it. Like this red stuff is a little more squishier. This rust, we call it, a little more firmer and tighter, kind of a tighter hide, so to speak. And everyone's kind of different. Like Cody has a brown, which is a little bit stiffer kind of glove, and he likes that. And so the different color of glove does play a part on how it feels too.
So in the bull riding, I know that like their hand is important, but it's not the most important. Where would you rate your hand in your rigging? Obviously, it's got to stay in, but is the ride a lot? I'm not putting this question right. Is it all in your hand, or is there so much more going on physically with your abs and your spur stroke and all that?
I feel like it is, well, for me, the hand is one of the most important, because if it's not comfortable in a rigging, I feel like I can't squeeze and lift on it. And if you can't squeeze and lift, then your mechanics and bareback riding is going to be a little bit off either way. So, I mean, if your hand feels good in a rigging, therefore you can squeeze better on it, theoretically, you should do the rest of your fundamentals correctly. So the more, I mean, I like a little looser, I guess, rigging, therefore I can squeeze it. It doesn't feel like a great big vise in it. But I know, like Tanner Ross, his is wicked tight, and that's just the way he's always liked it, and has always done it, really.
yeah, kind of the way I've always thought about it in terms of how important your hand is if you can't squeeze, you can't lift, and if you can't lift, then your feet don't work, and if your feet don't work, then you may as well not go, because I mean, spurn's how you make your money out here. So yeah, the ability to squeeze on your handle and not have it be, because if it's too tight and you can't squeeze, sure, it's going to stay in there, but all your mechanics are going to be thrown off, because it just really starts with in the palm of your hand, and then to be able to drive your elbow down and lift, and that lets you keep your hips up, and then that's what keeps your feet moving. So if you can't squeeze, everything kind of falls apart from there.
Honestly, I've always thought of it as like your bind is most important, like your hand being stuck in the rigging is important, but I guess that's just an idiot that's never been on a bareback course, because you're not stuck, you're just in there pretty deep where
Well,
you
and
can work.
they used, bind isn't necessarily, some guys still ride with a little bit of bind, but I mean, compared to how rodeo used to be, like, you'll see how easy my hand goes in here. There, that's where I ride, and when I'm ready to be done riding, I'm gone. Like, I'm not in there that tight. Like, but just kind of those pieces of leather I was explaining, like, those are what keep me locked in there. Yeah, they physically can't come out. Like,
Until you lift your elbow, they're not coming out.
yeah, so usually, so if my elbow's tucked in where it's supposed to be, as soon as I drop my elbow, that's when everything falls out. So that's kind of a safety feature for us, because if it's easier to get your hand out, it's easier to get off, and then, I mean, it's safer for the pickup man, everybody, if you can actually get off on time.
And I think bind position does play a factor and is important, because, I mean, if your guy has his hand in wedged way over here, he's not going to be able to stay back and lift. So I like to keep my wrist kind of in line with me as close as I can. Therefore, I can have my lifting power is more centered, instead of it's easier to lift a bucket of water like this than it is like this. So the position of your bind, I think, plays kind of a factor too.
Nice to get it wet.
No, get it wet's bad.
Yeah.
you want to avoid, like, even on our riggins.
What are you doing? Do you want me to work on that glove?
I mean, maybe in a little. I mean, we're pretty damn near there.
Well, I don't think it's. If you want me to work on it, we're kind of getting into the time because it's gotta. You'll want that oil to soak in.
Where are you gonna oil?
The fingers.
Just the fingers?
Yeah.
Can I still run dick with it?
I wouldn't when it's soaking wet with oil because
Okay,
you'll get oil all over your handle.
Okay, I'm not done yet.
Okay, well.
I'll be done in like probably 5
Well, you do what
minutes.
you're doing, and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
All right, cool. That pain in the ass.
I have a great question. How much tape do you use? Every performance, every horse, do you know? Here, let me give you a mic. Just take that, hold it. Just repeat my question. How much tape do you use every performance?
So, I'll give you 2 answers to this on the amount of tape that it takes every performance. The short answer is I'm just under 2 rolls every day, like clockwork. But like my buddy Kenny Fiddler said, it sure takes a lot of tape to keep a cowboy from going to hell.
So if you got, how long is a roll of tape?
Oh, geez.
33 feet?
Your guess is as good as mine.
We got to find out. You got a roll?
I got a bunch in the truck.
Tell you? How much tape? Look at that.
I mean,
all right, we're gonna find out. I'll put that in the YouTube video.
Yeah,
okay.
If you're 2 rolls a day, I want to know how many. You're Canadian, so we'll do how many kilometers of tape a year you use, and we'll do miles as well.
Okay.
Sports Med used to have a trailer on how much tape we went through, and I don't know how accurate it was, but God,
How much tape do you go through, Warren?
About the same.
2 rolls.
Just under, like, if I do 2 full rolls, that's a lot of tape.
Just so you guys know, as the clown, like I can tell where you guys have been. It's like a Hansel and Gretel leaving behind cookies or whatever to try to get found. There's tape everywhere.
Hey, I try to pick up all my tape. I
do
try to
too.
make a point of it.
Yeah, all the other bareback riding.
You're again, but he's not mic'd up. Why are you? No one can hear you. The Bareback Riding? They have the microphones. They're making a YouTube video about you.
Oh, yeah. About how I kicked him out of my parking spot.
Yeah, this is the perfect angle.
Get on my chins.
Wins announcer of the year one time.
Bareback riding, tape, or rigging?
I don't think so. Not that I can think of.
No questions. I believe that'll do it, boys.
Thanks,
Beauty,
man.
you bet.
Leather's gonna get all dried out, so I'm gonna wire brush kind of. These gloves have an oily finish on them, so I'll wire brush all that off, and then I'm gonna put it's like mink oil lanolin on them, just so his fingers are nice and soft and they're more comfortable, so they don't bite his fingers.
Arts and crafts, that's all it is.
Yeah, you know it. I'm missing all the good stuff. No hurrying when you're doing it right.
What did I say to you the other day? Doing it wrong faster and still just doing it wrong. Something like that.
It's my air conditioner. My second air conditioner. Man needs 2 air conditioners. In the Kodiak. He'll be fine. That Dremel ain't
It
pulling.
really plugs in separately.
Yeah, it was an extra. So that air conditioner that came with it wasn't enough. So,
I guess this is just easier than rewiring the trailer.
oh yeah. Well, it's an extra hole.
Backs off, the oil just soak in better.
You're literally just opening the leather up with the
Yeah.
Dremel tool so oil goes in there.
Exactly.
You're sanding the car before you paint it.
Precisely.
Precisely.
You
That's
got
a
it.
good word.
Because there's so much to learn, and there's not that many methods to learn it. It's kind of there's a lot of trial and error, but I would say a lot of the young guys getting started will get gear from guys like, I've sent lots of riggings to kids and gloves, and so they kind of get used gear, but gear that's set up properly. Because otherwise, I don't know how you would learn. There's just too much to learn about bareback riding for as simple as it is, like just all the gloves set up and rigging set up and stuff like that. Just getting gear from good guys that had it set up properly is probably the best bet. Try not to ruin Warren's glove here.
Just stay at home or stay. I don't even say stay in the bleachers. You can still be hurt.
Of the dumb brutes of rodeo, but there's a lot going on here actually. They like to call us the wild man's event, but it's pretty technical. Maybe not as technical as a bronc riding, but
What about neck roll? You wear one?
I do.
Everybody does pretty much.
Just about. Some guys won't ride them on a nicer horse, but I mean, I had neck troubles when I was 22 or 23 that almost ended my career early. I got whiplash really bad when I was young, and so now I just, maybe it looks cooler without one, but it's worth it for me. It's coming.
Is it coming?
My lanolin kind of separated though.
What?
My lanolin kind of separated though. It's really nice.
I don't know what that means.
This stuff, lanolin, it's animal fat is all it is.
Oh, mink oil.
It's not oil of mink, it is just lanolin. It's like sheep fat.
Tallow, I guess.
Put a little sheep fat in your hand and spur one.
Oh God, that's too much sheep fat.
Why did you do that?
Use it for chapstick.
Why
Put
did
it on your lip. Put it on your mustache.
Why did you do that?
You did.
It's just,
It's just sheep fat.
yeah, it's tallow. Sheep tallow.
It's lanolin.
Same thing. Chemical day.
What chemical are we on now?
This is benzoin, and this just keeps the palm piece from stretching. It keeps it nice and hard. Benzoin was used traditionally, I think, for put it on open sores.
Yeah, if you got an open cut on you.
I don't know if this benzoin isn't true 100% benzoin. It's cut with alcohol, I think. It just makes it a little bit not as strong, because true benzoin will dry a glove out really bad. But you can still get it at pharmacies. Tincture benzoin. Barstow sells the mixed stuff. But it'll just basically keep your glove nice and hard where you want it to be hard, so it doesn't stretch when it's in your rigging.
And if you got an open sore on your hand, you will definitely feel it when it touches it.
Put your fingers to your palm piece.
I noticed that you seem to do all the technical work. He'll drink a beer and watch.
Correct.
Cody Lamb, hell of a guy.